Welcome back to week 13 of the Quake Pro League. I am 40 Lions, joined by the girthy gargantuan himself, ZSX. And yeah, series number one, a bit of a heartbreaker for Sirius as Kilson takes that 3-0. And we're going to jump into a bit of an NA skirmish between my boys psygib and dramiS.
Yeah, NA Quake coming at you. This will be fun at least. We've got two guys who just want to fight all day long, and it's going to be entertaining to say the least. I don't expect anywhere near as slow pace as the last game. I'm expecting some action, and I'm also expecting a dramiS victory. But if psygib comes to play, there is absolutely no doubt he could turn the tables as well.
I'm offended. This is going to be full of tactics, strategy, timing, positioning.
Okay.
How dare you, Dan? So we're going to take a look at psygib first. Mechanically, very dangerous, as we've said about most of the players in the Quake Pro League. But he just has his moments where he misplays, unfortunate sequence of events, what have you. We'll see what psygib shows up as. The season for him has not been the best. It's currently sitting at 13th as we take a look at the records. And yeah, bit brutal run from psygib.
Yeah, he's been beaten and abused all season long. At least he beat Sib and Chain, so there, he got something to his name. But some of those results were pretty brutal, and he's had a tough time. Even pretty much the last two series. I think there was a time maybe stage 3 where he was up there in 7th, 8th place and looking very strong and some good momentum going into future seasons. But since then, it's been more or less downhill, and I don't want to say he's regressed. I just think the league has overtaken him and where he's at, and that's just how it is. And so today he's going up against an opponent which I think actually does suit his style a little bit. He is somebody who just wants to fight. He plays the ABC game pretty well, and dramiS will let him do that. But obviously dramiS himself has a lot of star points, so it's not going to be an easy game, but it'll be one of the easier opponents for him.
And to be fair, one last thing on psygib, I mean, those losses, he did put up maps on some of them, so not completely one-sided blowouts. There's opportunities there, but yeah, jumping over to dramiS, I mean, action-packed player, not afraid to take rail fights at any given distance as we take a look at his run this season so far. He had a huge gap, as we saw early on, but he's kind of mellowed out a little bit, and he's on the up and up. Had a little bit of a run-in with Chain able to take that one from him. But all in all, I'd say he's on the up and up and looking pretty good as we get closer to QuakeCon, Dan.
Yeah, like we said, he had a rough start this season. He beat Sirius 3-0 off the bat, which was good, but we spoke about this, and this is when Sirius was at his worst, so I don't think that result will be the same today. But then he pretty much played the best players in the league back to back to back, with the exception of Strong Sage in there. But at the time, that looked like a huge result, like a big upset. But the way we've seen Strong Sage playing in context now, not as much so. And ultimately, he's had to bide his time to begin picking up results that he has done in recent weeks. Sib, Max, Duravec, all really good results. And again, he's not been whitewashed with the exception of Razy and Rafa, but you'd probably expect that. So definitely nice now to see him picking up some points, and should be a fun game going up against psygib.
Yeah, let's hop into the pick bands, take a look at what we have in store between these two players. Probably not Keel as much as I'd want. Deep Embrace, Molten Falls, Vale to round us out.
Didn't realize Keel exists anymore.
How
removed from the
dare
game.
You put respect on Ben's name. Anyways, it's going to be Doomslayer versus Ranger on Deep Embrace. That should be a fantastic set. Slash versus Sorlag on Molten Falls. And then a Death Knight versus Eisen. Dan, how do you feel about this setup?
Feels like NA picks.
That's not true, otherwise we'd see Keel. But yeah, Death Knight, we don't see that often anymore. Interesting pick from psygib on map number 3 there.
No, I mean, it's one of the maps you would see him as a valid pick on Vale. But no, I mean, across the board, obviously the deep picks are pretty standard. The Molten is a little bit more interesting, but Sorlag on dramiS' point of view is I want to say a staple, but he would always pick it if he can pick it and there's not a slash in the pool. What it obviously does bring is that stack advantage up against the slash. The psygib's going to have to play his own keep away game on that particular map and try and get some momentum up, particularly with the rail. And then we do obviously get to Vale. I do like the Ison pick. I think it's not probably picked enough. It does add a lot of utility here. I mean, we haven't seen the Death Knight an awful lot this season for good reason, but at least on Vale, you can have that burst potential to a certain degree. You can have the zoning capabilities. Obviously, if you fluff it, then your champion does nothing. But if you do hit it, we've seen it cause a lot of chaos as well. So Vale is a good map, if any, to try and test the waters with that champion. And looking at the draft, there's not an awful lot left unless you wanted to play something like a Scale Bearer, but he wasn't feeling it.
I was going to say, to be fair, based on the way the pick bans work, maybe he just didn't want to pick a scale in Eisen because he knows the turret can negate the bull rush. Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the reasons. He had the last pick, so he had an open draft at that point. He could have even picked the kill, you know, but...
No love from a boy. I don't get it. I'm going to have a stern talking to with these gentlemen. But now that we see the breakdown, how do you feel about this set? Who do you think is going to take this? What are your thoughts, Dan?
I'm still siding with dramiS. I think from my point of view, for psygib's perspective, map 1's probably going to be his best shot to bring something out. And I've seen him play some very, very good deep embraces here. I could definitely see this going to a 2-1, but I'm actually going to go for a 3-0 dramiS.
3-0 dramiS. Lock it in. I see a world where that can happen. I wonder how much he's going to pop off with the rail. Again, he's very much do or die with the rail. If he's connecting shots, it might just be all the dramiS show. But the rockets from psygib, week in, week out, have been absolutely incredible. So I think it's just a matter of, as dumb as it sounds, who hits the better shots and who's more consistent with their shots. But it could go either way. Again, I think it's just going to be very slow chess matches between these two, as we've seen in NA before, Dan. We'll see how it goes, especially on Deep Embrace of all the maps. So I heard the sound. We're going to get into map number 1 here shortly, and it should be a good one, full of strategy and tactics and everything that we're known for in NA.
So glad you're here.
Me too. Feels great. It's always like a vacation when you're around.
What is with your M&M drip today, by the way?
M&M drip?
Yeah.
MC Falafel, actually. Thank you. I will be having a show after this. Come out to the club. See me. I'll get you VIP. We got bottle service.
Yeah, no doubt you got the Sunday gig. Oh, yeah, Saturday. We're going to know what day it is.
Exactly. See, it doesn't even matter, all right? As long as Quake is being played, it doesn't matter what day it is, as we are trained professionals here at the Quake Pro League. Whew, all right, map number 1 going live between these two. Got a big old deep embrace coming up between psygib and dramiS. We're going to start off right with the Berserk. Wants that quick burst of speed, it does psygib, to grab all the weaponry and a little bit of light armor. And actually, the attack is perfect! And look at that, right off the bat, the rail to say, get off of me. How dramiS of him.
dramiS indeed. Oof, oof. Trying to calm down.
Reel it in, Dan, reel it in.
Well, psygib taking control of that high ground already, but dramiS not afraid. He's got the orb up as well, and we've already seen today how powerful that can be. Making his way over towards the heavy area. Very early, in fact, from psygib's point of view, but it doesn't matter. The rockets are huge. Even wasted the orb trying to steal it away, and unsuccessful.
Yeah, testing the rockets early, and psygib makes him pay again. Absolutely deadly with this weapon. dramiS wasting the Dire Orb, as you said, as well, but psygib's not really trying to play into that and take advantage of knowing that the Dire Orb is down, maintaining position instead. But Heavy's not going to be up for another 7 seconds, so he kind of just hung out on the rail side of the map, wants to take that out of dramiS's hands, as he should, but the Tri-Bolt getting decent damage here. psygib has to be careful not to eat too much of that.
Yeah, it adds up. Don't be underestimating. Another orb comes out. Lucky bounce from psygib's point of view just to get away in time, but the damage was huge from dramiS. psygib now on the retreat, popping the Berserk once again to speed around the map like a mini clutch in action. And dramiS just quite happy to...
Oh my God. Yep. psygib's got the rockets on him, I tell you what. And like I said, full of tactics right off the bat here. LG from down below into the rail. dramiS trying to land one of his own, but psygib strings together beautiful rails to get a second frag.
Yeah, very nuanced Quake going on here.
Oh, he almost gets out of the map. Oh.
But dramiS, psygib playing very good to start with. And this is what we said. If you give him this advantage, you give him the lead, has all of the ingredients to hold it strong. But there we go. The rails begin to connect for dramiS from the low ground. Bring himself back a frag.
Oh no, that is unfortunate. The shotgun not coming up as big as psygib wanted. dramiS heating up now, missing with that rail, getting punished with the LG. Rockets around the corner, there's the double jump to avoid it. It's a little bit of rocket damage. Oh my God, I thought he was gonna fly off the map again. Berserk, Tri-Bolt, could have been a deadly combo right there.
psygib has nothing to work with at the moment. Only an LG, which has just got restocked, but no way he can contest for this heavy, so going to have to give that up for free. I know dramiS can use this moment in time to regain some composure, scout the map, and get 2 free items, which is extremely rare on a map like Deep Embrace back-to-back.
Oh, dear. Orb. Should be able to get this one, though. Oh, the double jump! Just misses out on the toesies. Can he line up this shot through the death hole? And actually opts to just say, you know what, I want the heavy. You don't really have a lot to work with. He knows the split between the items is long enough for him to make it back over to the Mega in time as well. But psygib is stacked up pretty nicely.
Yeah, all things considered, he has stabilized, getting himself an angle there on the Mega as well. 2 rails, in fact. Can he get a third? That'll really be beneficial. Baits out the jump with the machine gun. Oh my word.
The most NA thing you've ever seen.
What? Yeah, this is definitely NA Quake right here, but it's entertaining. There comes a Berserk, actually flying himself across. He's going to steal away the Mega. No! dramiS beats him to it with the orb once again and takes the lead. So I liked the effort from psygib, but not quick enough.
And the rocket, the first rocket missing and costing dearly as the plasma will melt him. dramiS dropping right under that rail, tied 4 minutes in. And this is what we want from Quake Pro League. All action, all the time.
Well, these are 2 players that are definitely going to give it to you. And we said it all depends on the rails from dramis's point of view as well, and he is beginning now to string them together, both on roughly 60% rail, but dramis's firing nearly twice as much, and that's been more or less the deciding weapon from his point of view so far. psygib will be forced to retreat and try and consolidate a position around this heavy. So much time to kill. I'm not entirely sure if he's got timing.
Nice dire orb onto the campfire there, forcing psygib off of the rail. Now he just tries to hit some rockets through the grate. Feet to the fire there, but he does get, oh wow, that was a big dunk there from dramiS.
Fortunately, it was before the armor though, so psygib can restack with the health. Oh, huge rocket.
Yeah, dramiS keeps testing psygib's rockets and he keeps paying the price, although he does have the frag lead with the trade there, but you gotta wonder when he's gonna try and stop that. And I don't think he will, because again, Quake, nothing matters. 530 in, good rocket there from a distance. dramiS trying to maintain this lead, open it up a little bit more, protecting those double bubbles. Fake teleport. Wow, okay, never mind. Jump pad into rocket will land. Good damage, and again, trying to protect those double bubbles here. And another skirmish. The trade will not go dramis's way, but psygib able to grab the Mega and restack. Tied at 6, Dan.
How does he keep getting away with this 40?
He can't keep getting away with it. Traded from both players as the jump pad gave him away. dramis's grabbing a health bubble. Trying to line up the next one here. Just missing out. Never mind. Drive by, hits it, and that's a dramis's rail right there.
I feel that psygib needs to take an effort to try and slow the pace a little bit to consolidate one of the major items. He's been struggling since the opening minutes to get a foothold on any of the major items, let alone one. So in terms of building his way into this set, that would be a place to start. But I mean, when dramis's just does that and gives you a frag, then that's also fine.
We are at 7 and 7 at 7. As dramis's is able to claim this heavy Mega is up. A little bit of a delay added from psygib. Just a skosh and another lineup almost. Missed opportunity there for dramis's. psygib trying to slow things down, but also just relegated to the low ground here as dramis's. Better positioning, hears him out. LG and rockets go flying across the corners as they're trying to get some good initial damage to open up the engagement here.
Yeah, and as the time begins to slip away, they're both quite happy as us, but what?
Oh my god. Nice rail there from dramis's to close out, especially off the spawn now. Big opening to get another frag. Good positions with the rocket jump. Good positioning early on this heavy. Neither player has their ability up, and that's a good rail, but it won't deny psygib the heavy. Momentum is too strong, and he's able to snipe that away. There's the dire orb to finish the frag, though. Oh my god, the rail's heating up for dramiS now. Again, psygib able to steal away all these items, and oh my god, the rocket's so good.
Yeah, and dramiS has been living off of these clutch rails at the moment, as you rightly said. If he missed any one of those, the momentum for psygib would have been strong. Oh, huge rocket coming out, but again, way before the heavy. So plenty of time now for psygib to get back up, pick up some health. dramiS is in the vicinity. He wants to just continue to fight. I don't think he knows any other way.
Again, I'm offended. Oh my god, it was all planned in. Hits him with the fake out. As the Mega was not grabbed, and he really wants it, but he has to concede. All according to plan.
Oh, yikes, what a rocket that was. Lovely from psygib. Once again, clutch rails coming through from dramiS. Holding the fort on the defense here. He's running for his life. There's so much time before the next major item. It gives plenty of opportunity here for psygib to... No, he's not. He's going to give up the Mega. He doesn't realize how weak dramiS still was. And now he's even given up the heavy. Oh no. He's got to make this count.
Oh no.
My brother.
Tried to get that speed boost with the Berserk, but was denied with the rail. dramiS taking a 2-frag lead in the 15 seconds. Oh, the tribal to put the stamp on it. That one hurts.
That is such a feels bad, because in the last 30 seconds, I think psygib made every wrong decision he could have made to finish this map off. And it really hurts, because he had played so well for the preceding minutes, and yet, yeah, those final 2 minutes, the decisions he made, don't know if he lost timing or what that was, but completely misplayed that, and dramiS punished it. But, you know, it was a series of real clutch shots, some incredible fights, a little bit sloppy around the items, but fun to watch.
Yeah, that's NA for you. No, yeah, unfortunate those last 2 minutes. As you said, I think it was a mistiming issue, giving up that Mega, and that just spiraled out of control. dramiS also heating up didn't help, as he was hitting more and more rockets and rails near the end. So well done to dramiS taking map number 1. A good start for both players, really, for the set. And now as we're going to hop over to, I believe, Molten Falls / versus Sorlag. I'm interested to see how psygib approaches this one, as he is heavily outstacked, but he does technically have the speed.
He does. It's quite difficult to use it massively effectively on a map like Molten, though, because it's so open in the mid-ground, and then it's really difficult to use it and punish your opponent, particularly when they're on Sorlag. So we'll be very intrigued to see how psygib plays around the fact he has to go up against that Sorlag, because you just have to be conscious of that stack at all times. It's going to be tough, but there you go. The 73% rail for dramiS kept him in the game. Wow. It began to build momentum throughout the set. A lot of damage, a lot of frags coming out. I mean, there was moments where psygib could have run away with that map because of some of the overextensions that dramiS had. It wasn't being punished enough, and then as we saw at the end, just those micro decisions in the key moments were just not being made by psygib in the right way. Even it was a mistiming on that Mega, it wasn't even that. It was also then the decision to go for it, having left the heavy. If you're not going to go for the Mega at that point, just stick for the heavy, because you know your opponent has an orb, and they're going to be able to get to it faster than you. So he made the worst of two worlds in terms of decision making there, and it cost him the map.
As we take a look at the breakdown, 73% is absolutely bonkers for rail percentage. 12-8, the final score on Deep Embrace, as we get prepped for Molten Falls. And hopefully the decision making a little bit cleaner from psygib here. I do think it was just a mistiming issue. Regardless, it still ended up in a downward spiral, but we will see if he can clean that up going into this one, because he's going to have to play cleaner. Slash versus Sorlag, that's going to be potentially brutal. And we'll see. I think dramiS is pretty comfortable with how he was playing, hitting his shots more and more near the end. We might see just all-out aggression with Railgun, because why not?
But he also showed why he'd lost so many series of maps within that set as well, right? Because he was showing these moments of brilliance in terms of mechanical skill, but just the chinks in the armor in terms of the strategy and how clean he was playing. He's always going to be punished by the likes of the best players in the league when he plays like that. So these are the types of games I genuinely would like to see dramiS try and find a way just to almost play as clinical as perfect as you can. You know, he's at a point in the league now where I don't think points either way matters too much for him. I would just love for him to try and play the perfect game every single time he steps onto this set and really clean his strategy up.
I think he's sitting 7th right now in the leaderboards. So yeah, I think he's air quotes safe unless something goes horribly wrong the last couple weeks. But yeah, all things considered, I mean, that's kind of how dramiS plays. He's all in all the time. So I don't see him really changing the game plan this deep into the season, but that's what makes it fun to watch, but also heartbreaking because he'll have situations where he has the lead, he overextends for no reason, the opponent gets back into it and takes the map away.
Exactly.
But that's the dramiS factor, baby. That's what we love, Dan. And we're going to get into map number 2 and see more of it here on Molten Falls, starting off with psygib.
I'm glad you're easily pleased, my friend.
I love entertainment. Anyways, 0-0 here. I'm going to start off clean slate for psygib here and see if he can clean up some of those timing mistakes and decision-making.
Yeah, got to be careful you don't fly around the corner into that lizard. Slowing it down. Item timings more or less even, so he is completely got his headphones on backwards. Just crept up on there.
Oh, and he gets bounced. No, that's unfortunate.
Okay. I think his W key got a little bit stuck there. He kept walking into the spit. Not where you want to be. And this is what I meant. You just got to be conscious of your opponent's positioning. Because if you go around a corner, crouch sliding, max...
We fighting, baby. Dan, there's no time to talk when they're just fighting all the time.
What is happening?
This is Quake, baby. Oh, okay, the trade comes out. That's definitely a thing that happened. The spawn favors dramiS heavily. Look at all these weapons and items that I have for you.
psygib's forgotten this is Duel and not 2v2.
He's like, where's my teammate?
Why?
Why are you baiting me?
Why are you there? All right, 6-1, 2 minutes into the game. Oh, you know he hits 80%. You know it. You don't know the timing. 7-1, 2 minutes into the game.
Standard Molten Falls here. Doing his best to try and defend this heavy. And he will not. Well, he will grab it, but he will eat so much damage, and I think dramiS has no issue. Yep.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
Did I miss lobby chat where they're just like, hey, you want to just go for highlights? Let's get top 10s in this one? Did I miss that?
I mean, this is a GG go next. Like, what do you do? You 8-1 down.
Yeah, this is a tough situation because usually in this predicament, you have to throw your body at the opponent, and it's clearly not working and only getting worse. Okay, there we go. All I have to do is jinx it.
Yeah, there's question mark. Oh, my Lord. I mean, there's not a lot of body to throw at the sorbet. It's
true. Light versus the heavy. Very dangerous here is dramiS.
Look at me go.
The flares flying by psygib here, but psygib's just looking to fight. 7 down, he just wants a piece of that lizard. Give me that tail, what's up? And the shotgun blast around the corner. We'll do a 10-2 or 3:30 in. Standard.
dramiS is running from item to item and then allowing psygib to run at him. So he doesn't have to go out of his way to get a frag.
They're delivered to your door, Dan. I don't know what to...
efficiency.
I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, it's not bad. Opportunity here is psygib. Pushes dramiS off of the heavy, but he's going to take a lot of damage. Decent stack, though. dramiS now. The one reeling does get a light and some health bubbles. Is he going to stay away from the fight, or is he going to just double back straight into psygib? Find out in 10. Oh, what a rocket.
Not again.
Ooh, couldn't get the weapon out quick enough. Good switch from psygib, but he's so beaten after that. Just very, very weak. Not able to contest this. He shouldn't contest this, but nothing matters anymore.
Dude, it's NA. He's going to contest this.
I feel like you're talking down about my boys, and I don't like it, Dan. All right? There's a strategy here on display. I'm trying to figure out what it is, but it's there.
Oh, he stole the item, and he gets the frag.
Huge plays.
10-4.
Huge plays. How dare you? 10-4. Right back in this is psygib. And eventually, I feel like once he hits 7 or 8 frags, maybe we'll see the shades come out. The Ascension to Psygod is always a potential.
I mean, the chewing is slowed dramatically. That's not a good sign.
Chewing intensifies. What it feels like to chew Quake gum. All right, 6 frag deficit here for psygib. What do you have in store for us against a insanely stacked sorbet?
He's definitely playing normal duel now, so that's a good sign. And one of the reasons why he's slowly getting back into this. Now, I still obviously don't expect him to win, but the fact he's making it now way more competitive has forced dramiS to play a little bit more respectful as well. So this is what he should have done 4 minutes ago.
Nice rail on the exit after the pickup there. He's going to need a lot more of that against this big old sorbet.
He is, but he's doing the right things now, trying to chip away at her. But the problem is, with that stack advantage, unless he strings a couple back-to-back, he just can't contest for these major items. There's another great rail. But if dramiS hits 1, then it's basically a minute of work down the drain from psygib's point of view. Oh, nice.
Nice little rocket, but again, looking at the stack for dramiS, you wouldn't even know that he got hit with anything. He's still incredibly healthy, and psygib needs way more damage, and time is ticking. Especially after this mega pickup, he needs more. A little bit of a tickle, but...
And now dramiS is just playing literally ABC. He's just taking item after item and standing there and allowing psygib to come at him. He's quite happy. There's nothing psygib can do without a major item. He knows he's there. Oh, that's, yeah.
Call that a gift, maybe? I don't know.
Got dunked on.
Well, 5 more of those to send us into OT. Let's see what psygib has and if dramiS is going to be that kind. Oh, psygib wants a piece right now. A little bit of a head run. Oh, wow, the rail, though. Puts an end to that. Big rockets into rail.
Nice.
Yep. Nice conversion there from dramiS, indeed.
Will he die?
Dreams never die, Dan. 5 frag deficit, and psygib clawing his way back into this one.
To make matters worse, I think his camera's frozen, or he's just gone very focused.
Very stoic.
Very focused.
In this situation, there's no other way to be.
Yeah.
30, down 5. Oh, full focus, as Kilson would say. The focus has to be perfect.
Yeah, literally.
There it is. A lot of LG. Melting dramiS. dramiS can't land the rockets. There's the spit. Desperation, 3 HP, and there's the rocket around the corner. So stoic psygib coming back into this one, making it interesting, but he's also taking away in a lot of LG damage. Might murder him right now. Down to 25 HP with some armor. dramiS is going to get away, grab a light. Ooh, gets a little pocket rocket right there. And now psygib is just stuck in the worst place ever.
1 minute warning.
What could have been 40 if psygib had played like this for the first 3 minutes of the game?
Instead of letting focus was there, I don't know.
Yeah, right.
It would be a different world right now, but still, all in all, even with the interesting strategy to begin the map, Dan, only trailing 6.
Well, the sad thing is, I don't think dramiS' cameras is focused, and yet he looks even more stoic than psygib.
Look, they both care a lot about this, okay? They're both hyper-focused on this. It's a big set for both of these players.
I generally can't tell.
Nice rails there from dramiS. What's he hitting right now? 42%. More normal, more human this time around.
Killing spree.
As that is the final buzzer, 17-8 in favor of dramiS.
Oh, wow, and I think that map needed a 18+ warning before we went into it. That was brutal.
Was high-level chess match between those two players, as we saw there. psygib coming out with an interesting strategy, didn't work. Good mid-game adaptation to bring it back, but dramiS was just too far gone.
I mean, maybe psygib realizes his league is gone and he's practicing comeback material because he's always down.
Is it that bad? 13th in the leaderboards? That's a little rough.
He's not relegated. He's not going up. He might as well practice a good old comeback.
All right, sure. Hey, you got to test some things before land, all right? It's a different ball game. Get out all the stuff that you want to try now, because
I really enjoyed the question mark at like 11-1 or whatever it was from psygib as well.
Oh, well, taking a look at the recap there. What do you take away from this one, Dan? That's kind of what I thought. Look, it was an all-out brawl between the two. Okay, psygib obviously wanted to take the smoke to dramiS, and it was not good. Running into a sorbet over and over again, especially when dramiS has a decent LG, but even better rail, it was a questionable choice. We all see that. Yeah. But the mid-game adaptation to bring it back was okay. As you said, if he would have started that way, it could have been a different ball game. But at the end of the day, sometimes you just want to run at your opponent and you just want to frag, Dan. You just want to do some damage.
I mean, that map is the first 5 minutes of that map were a highlight reel of how not to play Slash against Sorlag. Like, I'm not even kidding. That was
a questionable way of playing.
Yeah, you could not have played it any worse against Sorlag, against a dramiS Sorlag. But the next 5 minutes was, how to play Slash against the Sorlag. It was definitely a game of two halves. And when psygib decided to revert to a more defensive play style and think, he showed us why he's still a very good player. But again, by that point, the map was pretty much gone. So he made it semi-respectable, but yeah, it was a little bit too easy for dramiS, if I'm honest.
It honestly may have been a thing where I'm going to try and surprise him by constantly attacking, but you just don't have the stack to work with. 1 or 2, maybe 3 I get, to try and chip away and maybe get a frag, but it just, it was running at a brick wall. 12-8, 17-8. We'll see if psygib can put up another 8 and whether that's going to be more than dramiS or if dramiS is going to take the 3-0 across the set. But yeah, interesting strat. Didn't really work out. I think he needs to retool that one a little bit, Dan.
I would agree with your assessment. And
I appreciate you.
But he's going to a map where, yes, you have to play a very different style in Vale, but he's also playing on a champion that we don't see an awful lot. So I want to see the reason why he's picked it.
Again, my assumption, which I'm always wrong, is that playing a scale into Aizen isn't necessarily super favorable because you just throw down the turret, it negates the bull rush completely. As we saw, not having that, it could lead to catastrophic consequences, as Kilson showed us against Sirius earlier. So just going with the Death Knight and saying, you know what, I could probably use the flames a little bit better, especially around the turret, since it doesn't really matter. I think that may be the play, but maybe he has even something more in-depth in store for us. Maybe a strategy we haven't seen, kind of like he implemented on Molten Falls at first. We'll see. We'll see if it works out better. Again, these are the kind of weeks where maybe you're right. Maybe you're just testing stuff now. LAN is 2 months away. So get out all your strategies and all your hypotheticals now before the big show, so to speak.
Just like you're getting your outfits out the way before we get to LAN as well, you know?
Yeah, so much drip, I need to see a doctor. Map number 3, underway between these two titans, psygib and dramiS. Live now, map number 3. dramiS working on the clean sweep. psygib trying to throw a wrench in the works.
Well, new map, as you say, cleans slate. Let's see if he can reset mentally. I think at least he has fun while getting bashed around, but I would obviously like to see him play a more sensible game.
Unheard of. The key with not having a strategy, Dan, is if you don't know your own strategy, how can your opponent? So you can always catch him off guard. psygib has decent positioning here on this heavy, and there's the flame strike, there's the rocket jump to try and steal it away, but dramiS will miss, unfortunately. psygib gets that one. Mega goes to dramiS, decent rocket.
Nice.
The turret comes out way too late.
Nice start from psygib, playing fast tempo, that's for sure. Got both items on lockdown. dramiS is actually going to contest for this. He's got no right to be here. Although it's just doing dramiS things and hitting 3 rails in a row, psygib has plenty of resources to fall back on though. So risky maneuver from dramiS, but he gets out for now.
psygib just missing out with that rail, and dramiS able to hit one of his own. Okay.
Okay. Okay, not the worst. Spawns with all the weapons he needs on the item he wanted, so... He definitely needs to be more cautious with his pathing and routing though. He's taking multiple free unreturned damage. And he's just getting picked apart by dramiS as he's strolling around the map. So that stack preservation in terms of his pathing, definitely an area of concern. Nice.
Wow.
Okay.
Deploys the turret, jumps in front of said turret. And wow, that is, yep, that'll do it. That's almost better than a bull rush.
I mean, that nearly removed Ison from the game. Oh, nice.
Now psygib displaying his rails here.
There we go.
A great start. 4-0. dramiS jumping into the Thunderdome, and he's going to pay the price again with another rocket from psygib.
It's basically the reverse of what we saw previous map. No items up for a while. I'm not entirely sure what dramiS' objective is being here.
To assert dominance, Dan.
Yeah,
That's really all it's about here.
I mean, it somehow worked.
Nice rail there. psygib trying to fight from down below near the churro. Takes another rail, but wants to hang in there to try and do some damage. You just can't land any of it, and dramiS casually swaps to rockets to close out that frag.
With absolutely 0 damage taken as well. So this is a challenging time for psygib now. So he's got himself a very healthy lead, but the question is, what could he do on the defense now? At least on the offense, he was too casual in terms of his play. It took way too much damage. So he's definitely going to have to just be more conscious now of how he approaches it. We're already seeing a much lower tempo, which is exactly right.
Oh, surprise, right through the doorway.
Low. Did a lot of damage. You can contest for this heavy if he knows the timing. Gonna make his way over there, and he does know the timing, but dramiS just goes straight across. Does give up the frag, but I think it's probably worth it. Had nothing to work with, steals away the item. He knows the timing for the Mega, which is why we can hear those footsteps pressing in, and yeah, it works out in the long run.
psygib absolutely melted with that LG. Was eyeing that light armor, knew that he couldn't get it, but died anyway. He was like, I really, really want that. He's gonna grab the lower light armor in the acid pit here. 3 frag lead for psygib. Can he hold on? Oh my God, dramiS going to the heavens and making it rain.
Very quickly, this has become a bit of a nervous game for psygib. He had such a healthy lead, but what feels like a strong lead can very quickly slip away. And that's exactly what we're seeing in this map. And he's not doing enough to dramiS in return for these frags, in my opinion. Quite clean frags overall. But he's not contesting these items either now, so the momentum has shifted dramatically away, and it means all of these defensive plays are pretty much all in from dramiS, from psygib's point of view.
Starting to pick up on the fact that to these players, disengaging means someone has to die. There's no disengaging from a fight, which is fine. We're tied at 7 right now, 6 minutes in.
Okay, a little bit more normality here as we're at 7-7, trading items now.
Say what you want about these players, they're shown first and foremost.
dramiS has absolutely no idea when the items are. So confused.
psygib grabs Mega, decent rocket damage as well. The items were traded out. Good rail from dramiS, and he's going to keep pressing through the fire and flames the rocket to keep him at bay. dramiS sent packing. Nope, just kidding. There's a rocket. He drops to the Thunderdome and pays the price, but really wanted that health to try and stop burning. Nice rocket jump from dramiS to grab that heavy, but amazing LG from psygib to punish that play here. Just again maintaining the high ground, trying to do some damage here. No items up for a very long time. psygib hears the jump pad, tries to catch him out of the Thunderdome, can't make it around the corner quick enough. Good rail, dramiS. Narrowly avoiding more rail damage here as he is just giving psygib all the opportunities. Rails traded from both players there. psygib, again, able to claim the Mega. Might be able to do some big damage here on the heavy, but the turret make him think twice, and dramiS able to snake that one away. Fire comes out and will not land, and now psygib in a terrible position here. 47 HP, no armor, just trying to survive or to use the flame strike. And dramiS just needs to try and find him and press in. Here's the jump pad, but just doesn't have the angle to take a shot.
Yeah, I would like to see psygib just play more calculated with his angles. He overexposes himself a lot to try and get some of these shots, which is why he finds himself now on the back foot. If dramiS is able to continually punish him, but dramiS actually missing that jump, falling down, having now to take the fight around the churro, and gets plucked out of the air above the heavy. Oh, jeez.
Wow, and psygib didn't even do anything. He just wanted the flyby view of the frag. Have you ever been in a duel where you're your own cameraman making your own frag movie? Because that's what psygib just did.
Just barbecued his opponent there.
Oh, it's a cookout, Dan. Good old-fashioned NA barbecue. I tell you what, brother, 'cause we're getting ready for Texas.
I was about to say, good old Southern duel. There is still a minute left, which makes it possible, if not slim, on a map like Vale. But now psygib decides to play defensive. Always been plucked though.
Ooh, slim chances indeed, but psygib looking a little shady here, giving too many opportunities to dramiS, and he's able to capitalize. He's down 2. About 40 seconds left. Can he make a miracle happen and send us into OT?
Ooh. Well, he knows where he is. He's got a little bit of time here. If he gets one frag, the absolute return frag is entirely possible. So he knows he's got a bit of time. He's caught psygib, and he's just going to push him off the map. And now, here we go. He knows exactly where he's going to spawn. Delaying it. Oh no, my friend!
How is this happening? No. Oh boy. psygib 10 seconds now. We are going into OT. I mean, hopefully for psygib's sake. Doesn't even want to try and pick up the rail.
Sudden death.
We are officially in sudden death now. Does finally pick up the rail. I think he spotted out dramiS, so he should have a good idea of where the potential attacks are coming from. Flame strike in the bell. Takes a little bit of rocket damage early. That's going to give dramiS the opportunity to push in here in the light armor. He wants to kill right now. And nope, psygib says, I'll take myself out head in hand. And that'll be a 3-0 for dramiS. And this entire series is just what happened. It's just, yeah.
This is why I'm not allowed to do NA featured matches, because I just can't.
Because the skill level is so high, and it's just,
I just
there's
can't.
a lot. There's a lot going on to cover.
It's like it just pains me in my arm. I mean, what could you say? Like, you felt it coming, you felt the momentum shifting, and like I said, it's just carelessness on the behalf of psygib to give up so much damage and ultimately to give up so many free frags. Yeah. It's a bit frustrating to watch him to lose out like that, but credit dramiS for sticking in it. He was down a lot. I think it was 6-1 or so within the first couple of minutes. So he had to build his way back in. Yes, psygib did give it up a little bit, but it was a much better map from his perspective, doing all the right things. Just enjoys fighting too much, basically.
Yeah, too much bloodlust, I think. And again, too many opportunities to let dramiS get back in, and that actually bit him in the ass. And unfortunate, because the lead was tremendous for psygib at first.
It was a real fun map, but at the end of the day, it was just sloppy to give up that lead and to give up so many free frags back to back. And it's always possible on a map like Vale. You can string those together, you can get that momentum. And that's exactly what dramiS was able to do. Good
on dramiS, hanging in there, not giving up. Again, unfortunate for psygib, some interesting decisions and over-aggression, and that cost him. 3-0, it's going to be the set for dramiS as we take a look at the breakdown for Vale specifically. The DK pick, I mean, it was fine. The pick itself was fine. It was just kind of the play style and the aggression, positioning. A lot of choices were made. Choices were definitely made, Dan.
Yeah, choices were definitely made. Yeah, the pick was absolutely fine. We know DK is viable in a map like Vale, and it was fine. And he used it well, in fact. It was the choices, unfortunately, from psygib today that were not the best. Yeah, across the board. You know, Deep Embrace you could have won, but there was obviously a big blunder towards the end. Not to say the rest of the map was perfectly clean, but there was obviously that big mistake. Molten Falls is another level of shenanigans, and then Vale, he threw away, in all honesty. Yes, dramiS did win it through hard work and grit, but she had no right to win that map.
There shouldn't have been the opportunity.
No, exactly. Sure. That's my point.
So unfortunate. Unfortunate for psygib. Shouts to dramiS. He keeps adding W's on his way to QuakeCon, but that's our second set of the day. We have 3 more. Bit of a short day today, but we will have Weed on the last 2 as well. When we come back after the break, it'll be Razy versus Toxic, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Quake Pro League action after this.